Hello, Virgo, and welcome back to Illuminaughty Mystex. Your November reading for it's supposed to be the first week of November, but there was just so many goddamn delays. What are you gonna do? I think maybe it's consensus of the last week, and then I don't know. I guess I might put out element videos tomorrow. I didn't really think about that. The whole month is a little skewed, huh? November's only got 30 days too. Silly, illy milly. Chilly willy. Take it. And we're gonna move on. We'll take that too. Oh, Gamori. I had a rose named Gamori. It was 2 feet long. Probably sounded funny. I am talking about a literal, a little garden rose, and the stem was like this. It the stem filled a whole wine bottle and then hung from about, it was pretty much 2 feet long. I may have even measured it. But I named it Gamori because I was like, what's this rose's name? And I thought Gregory, and then I looked at demon names in the book, and I think the only G one is Gamori, and I was like, that sounds like Gregory enough. Its name is Gamori. It was a good rose. Liked it very much. I haven't really seen Gamori ever when I do my readings, so I'm excited because I don't obviously know the demons that well. I still read them from the book. Cause your boyfriend's a bitch, she ain't shit, he can suck on my dick. But your girlfriend's a witch, she ain't shit, she can suck on my dick. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know why that song popped in my head when I saw the witch card. Guys, even though it's a goofy song, you can do a spooky spoof. Is that what they're called? Cause your girlfriend's a witch. She looks hit. She kinda scares my own kids. Something. I thought it was funny. Anyway. So this is, if you want to know about the new setup, there's a 50-minute long video that you can watch, and I explain everything. And there's some cool messages and some analogies and shit. But anyway, moving right in, we got this section is for general lifestyle relationships, standard. This is still money finances. This is channeled messages and other information from the other side. And this is marijuana. I don't really know what YouTube laws are, but it's fucking legal, bitch. I don't give a fuck. If you smoke weed, so what? But I don't know if that's against the rules. I'm gonna light the incense too. I had to put it out because I was coughing too much in the Leo video, but I'm gonna try it again. It's the Galaxy, yes. It's just, I think it's a little perfumey. I think that's the thing when you stray away from incense that are scents and they're incense with names. I think it's just a little more oh, yeah, I taste that. You get what I mean. We have the 10 of Discs, wealth, okay? Off to a strong start, especially for Virgo to see a high number in your own element as your first card, especially when it's a good thing, because if you were an air sign, you wouldn't want the 10 of Swords because it's ruin, right? So not only is it a good card, but high numbers your element, love to see it. Wealth, like, cool, bountiful, right? Just raking them in. Could be stability and just groundedness in general, but at the same time, I really like to imagine that it's more finances, okay? So good for you, making money, right? We have the Fool, okay? Going on your path, going on your journey, arms wide open, accepting of new experiences, just like along for the ride. We got the Queen of Swords, okay? So Queen of Swords could be an air sign. It could be you, could be a partner, could be a mother, could be, you know, a queen. Any queen. It could be feminine energy within yourself. But either way, she sits up high, ready to come down, sword drawn, ready to go, ready for battle, right? She also holds the head of her enemy, pretty much. Just chopping shit off. Little haircut. She's hardworking. You know, she's dedicated. She is... I feel like I'm getting messages, but I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it right now. I'm waiting. Yo, it's the same thing. It just happened immediately. They get impatient once they know that they get a turn to talk. They just want to start talking, and I'm like, chill. So, Queen of Swords, hardworking, dedicated, maybe a challenger, maybe a little feisty, maybe picks fights. You know, that's why it's like you have to decide whose energy this is, but it's strong boss lady vibes. All right. We got the Prince of Wands. An emotionally inept little fuck. Emotional immaturity. The Prince of Wands is like, fuck your feelings, I'm in my feelings. And he's fucking chugging along too. He's whipping that lion like, go faster. I'm running into this. I am just floating on it. Flying in hot. Not rationalizing or thinking twice. Acting on my emotions and not handling it very well. Could be a kid too, little shit. Could be fire sign boy. But either way, it's emotional immaturity. And Four of Swords, truce. Okay, so coming to terms with it, coming to peace with things, kind of maybe even an agreement between the Queen of Swords and the Prince of Wands. Could even be you. Twice over. You can be that hardworking, dedicated, heroic boss lady, but you can also be an emotionally inept little fuck who should be ejected from the seat he sits on. Four Swords. Truce. Coming to terms with that, accepting that, moving forward, knowing that, having that information, and just being content. The Emperor. Okay? Aries. Could be an Aries. Could be a fire sign in general, but also we're talking about the ruler of the kingdom. Now, what I find interesting about this whole dynamic is it's a queen and a prince. So it could be like mother-son. But then the emperor. So it wouldn't necessarily, if it were a knight, it would be like mother, son, father. But this is almost more like mother, son, grandfather, or it's not a family dynamic at all. And you have to rearrange the pieces where the prince might not represent a child, it might represent an adult who's just like not emotionally developed as much as they are maybe physically developed, or again about yourself, right? You can be the queen and the prince in this scenario. But the emperor, okay, who is he and where did he even come from? Don't know. I don't know. I just, Aries, but yeah, the ultimate ruler. He's above a knight, right? Knight has a kingdom. This motherfucker got the whole empire. So I don't know if maybe the Prince of Wands being fire and the Emperor being Aries, so also fire, is that this Prince of Wands, okay, you have come to terms with the emotional immaturity because he is the Emperor, right? Because he is the ultimate ruler. or if this is a separate energy, right, of the one above him, okay? Possibly like a parent or a boss or, that kind of energy, right? I'm gonna just pull this. Nine of Swords, cruelty. Sorry, I was trying to get a clearer picture here because it is feels a little wonky, like the story's not totally clear, because honestly, when the Ten of Discs showed up, I wasn't expecting like this, it's almost like back and forth energy, where it's like the Fool is great, and the Queen of Swords, she ain't bad, but the Prince of Wands is not good, and the Four of Swords is okay, and the Emperor is usually pretty great, but then, damn, I pulled another one just to kind of figure out what we were talking about to make it easier for you. And I got the Nine of Swords, which is just cruelty. Can often be addiction, but it's definitely, if the Ten of Swords, ruin, is the things around you falling apart. Is Nine of Swords, cruelty, is like the things within you falling apart, okay? So even this Emperor figure has issues, has a problem here. Or, of course, the Emperor is causing you problems, right? Either way, Nine of Swords. I'll take the one from the bottom. I'll take the bottom. Three of Swords, sorrow, okay? Not better, not getting better. Maybe I should stop pulling cards, but I hate to leave it on a bad note. Three of Swords, sorrow. Sad. But ultimately, what are you going to do? You're going to keep putting up with a Nine of Swords and torture yourself regularly? Or you're going to have a moment of a Three of Swords and be sad, right? It's not like you have to decide, but it's just like, where is this really heading other than that? If you or your person can't get it together here, then it's going to just cause unnecessary cruelty, right? Unnecessary chaos, unnecessary, what is that word I'm looking for? Not dismemberment, that's not, unnecessary, I'm not going to think of it. I'm not going to think of it. It's going to take me too long. Sorry, sad. It's sad, but it's just, okay, that's sad. Let's draw another card. Aquarius energy. We got the Star. Okay? Few things about this card right now. Could be an Aquarius. Could be something coming to you as a surprise. Could also be you being the star of the show. You can take this in so many ways. It could be an Aquarius coming in to kind of like help you deal, right? Help you out, help you get through this, get over this. Could be surprise, things change, surprise turnaround, surprise results, surprise element of some kind. Or it could be that this is about you. I kept saying it could be you or your person. But if, say this is to represent being the star of your own show, then it would also indicate that these cards are more about you than anyone else, right? So whatever, it's about how you fit it, because honestly, if more than one person watches this, it might be a different timeline for each of you, which is why I do like to give multiple scenarios and multiple options. What's the surprise? Nine of Cups. Happiness. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? I feel like, to be honest, this doesn't give any opinion. This doesn't give any result. I'm not really sure exactly what's going on here, because I couldn't even discern if this was a relationship or a family dynamic or etc. But what I'm seeing is this Nine of Swords, cruelty. If you just let that go and just like admit that you are sad, or admit that the situation is sad, or just admit that this is not necessarily, yes, sorrow is sort of endings, okay? You will surprise yourself at the happiness that you can find. When you trade in this 9 of Swords for this 9 of Cups, you can completely transform your life. So, something to think about. Let's go to work and finances, career and wealth. Okay, we got Gamori. Remember that, because we love Gamori, the rose. While Paimon is an asinous and flashy demon, Gamori is more soft-spoken and demure. His gifts for telling the past, present, and future are comparable to many other demons, but Gamori specializes in finding beautiful things, be they physical treasures or new love. Focus on finding and gaining new love or inspiration. Okay, so maybe you're an artist and you haven't been creating much lately, or even if it's a hobby that you want to turn into money, okay? Because we are talking about finances. You could just work a regular job, and you just need to remind yourself why it's a good job or why you like your job or the benefits. But you need to start to appreciate things to the extent that you actually love them, okay? And then on top of that, be inspired to do more or to participate or to give back, right? So either way, sounds more like a message for the arts, right? But I can't even think of any Virgos that are like super into creating, like doing physical art. But maybe it's time. Maybe that's the whole point, the new love, like finding a new thing to do. I picked up this skull. It's technically a charm for like jewelry. So I'm wondering, like, bones, working with bones or making jewelry might be something you might want to try. I don't know. I just picked it up randomly. I haven't touched any of this shit. There's like a whole mess of things here. I explain it in that 50-minute long video, but I haven't touched any of this really. I haven't picked anything up. I move them around, but this is the first time I've picked something up. So jewelry or maybe dead things or both. Yeah, maybe this is about finding a new career path even. But yeah, find new love and inspiration, whether it be in your current situation or in a situation that you are trying to almost like conspire. Does that work? All right. We have Skull Full of Stars. Yeah, infinite possibilities. Okay, so going back to what we were just saying too, I love the flow of these cards. I might not go back to my old setup. I love this so much. Skull of Stars. You have space in your head. Everything you see out there is within, and it means, yes, infinite possibilities. You're made of stardust and light, okay? And you just beam, shine so bright. So it's all in your mind. It's so funny. I was trying to explain an experience that I had to my partner, and I just randomly in that moment thought about the Killers and their song Spaceman. I've known that song for years, and I know the lyrics well enough to think of it. Never paid attention. I never thought of the Killers as like deep, it's like we all just kind of like laugh along to Mr. Brightside, and somebody told me, and it don't seem that deep. But in Spaceman, the devil's water says it ain't so bad. Dream maker's gonna make you mad. Spaceman says everybody look down. It's all in your mind. I was like, damn, yeah, it's actually like that. Which I'm working on trying to put that into words and pictures so that I can explain my own mind better. But that is literally how I feel. I don't know if that's the exact words, because that doesn't sound like it makes sense. The devil's water says it ain't so bad. The devil's marker, something like that. Dreammaker is gonna make you mad. Yeah, it's like Beetlejuice, right? Yeah. And then Spaceman, don't even want to get into that aspect of it because I've been to the planets and it hurt to jump on the sun, right? And then everybody look down, it's all in your mind, right? Fuck, it's so good. And it's just the Killers, My ex was really into them, but I was into them at the time we dated, but I had no connection before or after that. And when I thought about that song, I was like, damn, I gotta listen to that again. And maybe you can too. It's an upbeat way of going deep into things. But yeah, that was one thing that really helped me describe some of the spiritual, mental, internal experience that I've had. It's hard to find words for that stuff, and they really nailed it. And again, I'm going to try to release more detail at a more appropriate time. This is already 20 minutes. I'm not trying to take your reading away from you, but I just wanted to bring up Spaceman when I saw Skull of Stars, Infinite Possibilities. Spaceman says, everybody look down, it's all in your mind. Okay, and then right after you got the witch, the earthly weaver of the worlds. Okay then, that's great. She is, you know, I guess it's even what I was just getting at is by saying, connecting those things, connecting those lyrics, which connect the devil and the spaceman, right? So, dude, he went in with that fucking song. Like, I'm legitimately impressed with Brandon Flowers for coming up with those lyrics for real. Like, I don't even know the rest of the song lyric wise. Still haven't listened to it since I've been singing it in my head for the past week. Since Devil's Night. I've been thinking about this since Devil's Night. But you being the witch, okay, the earthly weaver of the worlds. Not only are you an earth sign, Virgo, but weaving the worlds, weaving the space, the underground, and this one, and bringing them together. And that's what we're constantly doing. We're constantly compressing energy as it expands, and that's how we weave the worlds. Okay, I've been dropping knowledge in these fucking videos lately. God damn, and I don't even know if anybody watches them. People don't say shit. Fucking annoying. Buck. Yeah, so earthly weaver of the worlds. Now let's check the voicemail, see if there's any messages from the other side, spirit, aliens, whatever comes out. We got Night Song, Hidden Talents. Okay, this is what the fuck I am talking about. That's why I picked up the jewelry and said maybe you should make jewelry. Maybe you are more spiritually connected. You got infinite possibilities. You got your witchy ways about you. The Night Song pops up. Hidden Talents, finding your own gifts. I'm flexing my shit. I'm fucking reading cards. I'm channeling. I'm singing. I'm entertaining. I hope. Funny, right? You got hidden talents too. Everyone's talents that you see were hidden at some point, right? A lot of us do this shit since we're young, but it's never too late to find out what's yours, okay? Let's see if there's any messages. I'm hearing do your part. I'm hearing, as your mother, you're a work of art. I literally lost connection after that. Maybe modeling, right? If you are the work of art. I gotta think of a few Virgos that would make good models. Actually, almost every single Virgo I've ever met, when you really think about it. The veil, the future. You gotta start thinking about that. I mean, if you don't want to be stuck at a day job forever, but you don't fucking do anything else, like, what else are you gonna do? The veil is thin. Check in. You know, if you can always book a reading with me to do channel messages from the other side, but the veil is thin because it's winter and it's about your future. Tap in, tap in, tap in. What's this one? Face down? I can't read them. Oh, the owl again? Yep. Wise seeing, wise action. You are seeing it right now. Take action. Heed the words. Take yourself seriously, okay? Dealing with all this and you don't have time for that. I'll check in one more time, but it's already 25 minutes, so I'm going to try to make it quick. What is this? Never was and never again. Skull of light illumination. There is no hiding in the dark. There is no hiding in the dark. There is no dark. Everything comes to light. I mean, you can pretend to be whoever the fuck you want, but people are going to see you for who you are. That's why the glasses are like glow in the dark. Illuminating. Realization number 1. You are the only light there is. For yourself, my friend. You are the only light there is. For yourself, my friend. When I said never was, never again, it's about a relationship. Nothing else is very clear right now. And you'll have to find out. I can't tell you. They aren't telling me, so I can't tell you, right? Any last words before I cut this video off? Trick or treat, mischief and play. Okay, whatever. Have fun with it, right? Have fun with it. Skull of flowers, creating through the ashes. Bro, that's crazy. There's like, I don't know how many skulls, but you just got 3 of them. You got Skull of Light, Skull of Stars, and Skull of Flowers. Some will die in hot pursuit, sifting through my ashes. Fiery auto crashes. Avalanches. I don't mind the sun sometimes. Okay, jack-o'-lantern at the bottom, protection. Listen. Just go all in. Now's the time to do it. We don't even know how much more time we got left. In the structures that are in place right now, and it's set up for us to succeed. Spider, web weaving and community. Technically, it's community and web weaving. Yeah. Connect. If you need help figuring out what you should be doing, collaborate. If you don't know where to start, but you want to get out there and you want to work from the heart, then reach out. It's pretty simple. About it. Lady de los Muertos, Lady de los Muertos showed up, and she does like tips. Little godmommy told me she does not work for free, but she showed up without me asking, so I'm not the one who owes her. That's all. Okay? I think that's it, though. I don't really have... Oh my God, I was going to say I don't have any other messages, but something down there, the underworld, okay? The underworld is where all things pause and begin again. Time to take some breaks. Take a break from what you're doing. Stop and think, and then resume carefully, right? The underworld, it's strong because it's winter. It's literally Persephone, right? I'm not really connecting or hearing any specific messages, but the cards keep coming out. So I'm just going to have to pick a place to stop. This is already 30 minutes. Hope it rocked. All right, Virgo. Good luck.